Good evening, everybody, and welcome to PAPAtv Live. This is episode 11. Winter is coming.
Well, I think winter is here, John.
That's right. My name is John Replogo. I'm here with Brian Tessier. We're the only two that could make it out because everybody else is caught in a snowstorm somewhere. So, also, the reason I called this Winter is Coming is because there was a rumor that the next Stern pinball machine was going to be Game of Thrones. That was a rumor that I had heard.
That's a pretty popular license, John.
It's a very popular license. The shows have done well. The books were amazing, at least the first three books. I'm not going to say too much about the others. But actually, Stern released a different name for their new game. Brian, tell us about it.
Well, I believe their next game is going to be themed to the WWE WrestleMania, is the announcement I heard the other day. I was pretty shocked to wake up and read that.
WrestleMania. You know, I stopped watching wrestling back in the mid-'90s, and let me see, Hulk Hogan, Bob Backlund, some of my favorite
I think
wrestlers.
that's a little bit, Bob Backlund was done a little before the mid-'90s.
Yeah, well, he did a comeback in that period of time, somewhere in the mid-'90s, where he actually took the belt back, if I remember right.
But yeah, I haven't watched too much WWE there in about good 15 years, so.
Yeah, it was great stuff back in the day. I loved a good Royal Rumble.
Yeah. Pay-per-views were fun. They were.
But there's a lot of people talking about whether they like or don't like the new title. To each their own. I can say that I don't think it's one of the weakest titles, or weakest licenses, I should say, that Stern has done. I think they've done much weaker licenses. I actually own one of the machines with a weaker license. 24 was a pretty weak license.
Well, it's a great pinball machine, though, so.
And at the end of the day, like, think of some of your Bally Williams titles that are your most popular. I love Congo.
I love Congo as well.
And Congo might be the example of the worst licensed ever. Because I got to tell you, you have to love bad movies in order to love Congo.
I agree.
So we're gearing up for Replay FX. That's coming at the end of July. Pinburg's sold out. Can you believe that?
I can believe it. It happened. It's real. We sold how many?
700 spots went in, I think, 10 and a half hours. So, but the good news is the Replay World Championship, which is the video game event, that will still be available to people to sign up for. I think it takes 25,000 or something like that. Don't quote me on that number to sell it out.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to sell out anytime soon. We think we're going to have some great participation, though.
Yeah, I think, and also if you think about, if you're interested in it, you can go to the replayfx.org, and all the information for the festival is there, which will be continually updated as we get closer to it. I'm super excited about this. I'm a little scared of it too, but you know.
I'm a little scared as well. I'll be even more scared once games start moving.
Anyways, so what do we got? We got Tales from the Crypt. This was a Data East title made in, I want to say, was it 93 or 94?
I'm going to put it in the early 90s.
I'm going to say for sure 93 or 94. I don't want to narrow it down unless somebody knows for sure which it is. Also, keep in mind, chat room, we will be watching what you say. So if you have a question about it, go ahead. We might not be able to answer that question, but, you know, there's no harm in asking.
Share for the other people who are watching.
All right, Brian, why don't you go ahead and fire it up, and let's see what we can do in this. So, Tales from the Crypt. First of all, you start with a skill shot.
Start with a skill shot. There's 3 moving lights up there, a bank of drop targets going one right across the middle there. And this one seems to be dialed in to hit right in the middle, so try to time that accordingly, and it tells me nice shot.
Nice shot. That's 4 million points. Is that a lot?
I guess as far as scores on this game go.
I love the sound effects and the sound call-outs on this game. They're rude, they're uncouth, they're right in front of your face, and they really get They don't give you any break.
I know it reminds me a lot of watching the TV show. I kind of like watching that. I really wasn't allowed to, but
speaking of bad licenses, I don't know. I was never really a big fan of this TV show.
it had a nice level of cheese to it, John.
Yeah, well, yeah, and I guess the pin encompassed that pretty well. Oh, little kickback action on the left. So what he's trying to do here, he's trying to spell crypt, which you do by hitting the tombstone. And if you hit that 5 times, it's going to light the hole behind the tombstone for multi-ball.
Yeah, that's right. That wall's going to drop down there and give me that shot right into start multi-ball. I can either start it there, which at the beginning of the ball it'll open, or there's a little spinner hidden back here with a hole behind it. I can start multi-ball there as well.
So one of the comments in chat, Brian, is that they're looking forward to a custom ROM that mutes the laugh on the game. And I completely agree.
That's a bit of a high frequency on that laugh, yeah.
Yeah. Also, there's a question, is this mirror as flaky as the Tommy mirror shot can be?
No, this one seems to be registering pretty easily.
Yeah, this one's working now, but Tales from the Crypt has the same type of issues that the mirror shot on Tommy does. That a lot of times those switches are not very sensitive, and they lose sensitivity over time.
So I started a mode by shooting that little scoop in the middle there. I'm going to take that into my multi-ball.
And to answer the question, I cannot. Somebody asked a question to Mark about what encoder settings he's using for Twitch. Mark is actually not here tonight. It's just me and Brian at the moment. I think Fred Cochran's on his way. But we're just doing a little two-man running of the booth. So I have no idea about the encoder settings. So I'm sorry.
Nice.
Where'd you get it caught at?
Oh, right on the lip coming out of the...
Oh, my gosh. I've seen balls get trapped there before.
There we go.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, we got the keys here. We can open it up, right?
Oh, absolutely. But, you know, that game wasn't looking too great anyway, so we could start another one.
No harm, no foul. That's why we do it live. So, like, you can see how real games happen. They're not always the gems. But, you know, it's good in its own right. It shows you what to expect.
Now, this game has a feature. If you have a mode lit that you like, you can use the little launch button here and lock that sucker in. It just made a little ringtone notifying, so I know that that mode is now locked in.
And it also makes a nice doorbell sound.
It absolutely.
You know, come in, yes. Frightmare. What an awesome mode.
Yeah.
14 spins for 25 million. Actually, I mean, the mode itself is actually really boring, but the name of it's awesome. And now Super Crypt Kicker.
This is a mode worth having. This is unlimited kickback for the rest of this ball, I believe.
Ooh, nice little save there. He gets away with one danger. Let's see if he can make it count now. See, he already is. He's borrowing time. So after you collect a mode in the scoop, which is next to the left ramp, you have to shoot.
You have to shoot the lit orbit. It changes with the slingshot hits and with target hits.
Right, if you want to relight another mode.
Yeah. Now I have it lit on the left there, so I'll try to shoot the left orbit.
And there it is. You hear the music change. Also, pop bumpers in this game can be a surprisingly large amount of points because there's a random 1 million point award in there. Thunderstorm.
Kind of learning these modes as I go here, tell you the truth, John.
I mean, there's not too many modes I know for sure what they actually do because most of them I sort of ignore. Obviously, there's light extra ball.
And there's a 6-ball multi-ball with the electric chair
electric
mode.
chair. And if you get that one mode, that mode will actually The only purpose of the mode is to shoot it back in an electric chair as many times as you can for a fairly insubstantial amount of points.
Yeah, I think it's the million times number of balls in play or something like that.
Living Dead, that Brian was just playing, that's a frenzy mode, so you get 250,000 points plus a base value.
And that was started via the right ramp, I believe. That little tight shot there.
Yeah, we're saying in the chat how the dot work is actually pretty good on this game. And I agree. This is probably one of the first games I know of that has, like...
My score looks like it's melting up here on this display.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, it's bleeding or dripping, or maybe it's raining off. I don't know.
I will go with bleeding. I think that fits the theme of the game.
Yeah, and somebody else is saying how the Walking Dead dots are really good. I've enjoyed what I've seen of those, too.
All right, we're going to go into multi-ball play here. Still have the super kicker going.
Well, that's good. So the object here is to first shoot the left jackpot ramp, which will light the double jackpot ramp.
Don't do that, folks. Gave me one of them back.
If you can collect the double jackpot, that's going to light the Crypt, which you can hit 5 times. And the first time you hit the Crypt, it'll actually give an add-a-ball.
Each time you hit it, it'll give an add-a-ball.
Oh, is it each time?
Yes.
Gosh, my rules knowledge is a little rusty.
I only know that from the warm-up game I played it earlier, so.
Yeah, this, I consider the right ramp on Sales from the Crypt one of the hardest shots in pinball. It's so narrow, it's so far up the playfield. Your accuracy has to be really high, you know, like, I don't know, maybe Bo and Karen's level accuracy in order to make it.
Maybe. And looks like I'm not going to get the restart in time.
Yeah,
I think these timers are pretty strict on this game here. I don't think there's much of a grace period.
No, I guess Lyman didn't do the grace periods on this. Yeah. So. All right. So you're going to go back to doing some modes and see?
Yeah, I'm going to try to see if I can hit that scoop again to start a mode.
All right, that sounds good.
See if I can hit it from the upper flipper. Somehow that hit the ramp.
That's an interesting.
And it still went in the hole. So
obviously that was a nice shot.
It's always a nice shot when it goes where you want it to.
So this is 10 million points if you hit the Crypt, if you want to rob the Crypt. And he does want to rob the Crypt. That's not very nice. That can get you in trouble. And you can get in trouble for mutilating a corpse in some states. So just in case you're... Yeah, I just saw a note in chat about how the ramps in this game have some of the most satisfying feels in pinball.
It really does. Even the left one here, that's a pretty satisfying shot to get through there.
Yeah, they're saying that they love the feel of the wire forms. You know, like you can sort of, and also you can hear the wire forms. It's a visual sensation, and it's an audio reward as well. Look at that bonus and some big fast goring. It's not every day.
Lost my headphones there.
It's not every day you get a fast goring.
No, I got gored pretty fast there, actually. It all happened very suddenly. Unfortunately, I don't know what constitutes that building that up, but...
Brian, we have a question about building up the left ramp. So could you, you're getting the ball back.
Oh.
You're getting it back again. So why don't you try shooting that left ramp and see what the build-up value is.
Okay, now I have goblins lit.
Extra ball is lit. I wonder if it's on.
Well, it's flashing. Take a shot at it here.
Nice little live catch.
I'm just trying to get it to slow down.
So he's up to number 4 on the ramp. And there's some bats.
I got bats. I don't even know what that means. Are they in my belfry or something? Or
I don't remember what bats does. I'm so sorry. No, I'm not going to talk anymore about mutilating a corpse.
That's probably a good thing not to mention, John. I just got 50 million, so I believe the extra ball's off on this machine.
Well, 50 million isn't bad.
No.
Gosh, that's a lot of points for. At least they're. I wonder what the first machine, when you turned extra balls off, was that would give you points instead of, instead of giving you nothing when you collect the extra ball. I wonder what the first machine was that actually gave you points for it.
I don't know. Was there anything in the pre-DMD era that would have that in the code, or?
Trying to think offhand.
Yeah, I'm a little out of touch with software settings on a lot of these games. I guess that's just lack of owning a game, I guess.
I'm going to say that this might be one of the earliest ones I know of. Because on almost all the other ones, if you turn it off, it's just gone. Whitewater, so if you take games like Addams Family and Whitewater, if you turn off the extra balls, it lights them on their mode spot. And even if it lights the extra ball for collecting it somewhere, you get it and nothing happens. Nothing happens at all.
No points, no nothing. It just kind of passes it by and goes, okay, market is complete.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. And so you get eyeball millions if you shoot the 4 bats and then shoot the right ramp afterwards. Which, I mean, that sounds like an eye full of fun. Some of the sound effects are really wonderful.
Now, for the second multi-ball start, I have to shoot the Crypt. I no longer have that second shot available, so a little more challenging second time around.
Yeah, that right ramp is still just as challenging as it was before, though.
Yeah. Little air ball there. Oh, almost.
Ooh, wow, that was a risky bounce pass.
It was. I don't know what I was quite thinking there, but it worked out. So.
Yeah, the result was good. And there we go. Multi-ball has begun. Want to shoot that left ramp.
Shoot the left, then the right, then the Crypt.
Okay, so he's going to get a chance at a restart here. And in order to do that, he's going to have to shoot the Crypt. Sense a theme. Here we go. Boom! Putting that in the hole.
Hopefully it'll last a little longer than the last one.
Crypt Jam's pretty cool. I've done it a few times myself. And just so everybody knows, Crypt Jam is when you complete all the modes and put it back into the scoop one more time. It's sort of like Lost in the Zone or Touring the Mansion.
Okay, so there is an end of the road there, huh?
Yeah, that there is. There's. Oh, look at those pop bumpers.
Some
Gosh.
millions there.
397 million. That's a lot of points there, Brian. Try to get to Crypt Jam if you can.
I'm working toward it.
I know.
I'm getting a little rejection from the scoop there, but you know.
No, I mean, nobody likes to get rejected. Oh, here we go. Here's the electric chair mode. Oh, look at that face.
Some nice dots going on there.
It's sparky. Hey, wait a second.
Yeah, wait a second here. John, you're not accusing Metallica of stealing anything, are you?
I would never do such a thing. I just was thinking that was sort of funny, that it's sort of Sparky. Gosh, that is some creepy eyes. That guy's getting electrocuted, but he still is like sort of smiling at you at the same time.
So it is kind of like Sparky, huh?
Exactly.
There's another 2 million points.
Yeah, really. This is very comparable to the Well Assaults mode on the Williams Indiana Jones game.
Absolutely, the scoring's about the same too.
Is there a magnet on Tales from the Crypt in the center of the playfield?
Does not feel like it.
I don't think there is. So what's your thought process here? Just go for the 2 millions, or would you rather try to work for...
I think it won't let me build anything else while this mode's going on.
What about pop bumpers? Maybe that would be a more viable strategy if you're just looking to score the maximum amount of points.
Yeah.
Okay, the answer from the chat is there is no magnet.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Yeah, it didn't feel like there was one. And you usually can really feel the mechanism moving, like on an Addams Family or Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses, never heard of it.
Ah, stick around, John. You're in for a treat.
So Brian's absolutely destroying Tales from the Crypt right now. Hopefully we'll get to see him get a Crypt Jam out of this. He's putting up what would be a, I want to say one of the top 10 scores at Papa right now, and when it was in the A division. That's pretty impressive.
I think the game's playing great, John. Feels like it's set up nice. It doesn't feel like it's
amazing how
unbalanced.
How everybody says the game's playing great when they're having like an amazing game on it.
No, I mean, just looking at it, there's no super fat rubbers on. The posts are bouncing pretty good. So
we have a question. We have a question about what a good tournament strategy is on this if you're looking for quick points, and I think my answer would be multi-ball. I don't know if you agree with me, Brian.
I think modes is a good way to go toward it.
Really?
Yeah, modes seem to work, much like Indiana Jones.
And to answer another question, I think these pop bumpers feel like they have a little more juice to them than some of the other pop bumpers from this era. Because I know what you're talking about. There's that sort of soft, mushy feeling in the pop bumpers.
And there we go.
Oh, some more fast scoring. Total score, 591 million. One heck of a game.
Thanks.
I got to say, I'm impressed. So I think we'll actually take a moment and move on. Moving on up to the side.
Not bad, not bad. It's a fun pin. Like to see that in a few more tournaments.
I'd like to see that too. So we're going to move on over to Argosy, I believe. Argosy is... Oh, do you have any idea what year this one was made, Brian?
I want to say this is 74, 75. What do we got on here? 77, it says on the playfield. So
you're lying to me.
A little bit, yeah.
This is
I was lying until I actually read.
This is one we're doing by special request because apparently some of the footage we had of Argosy is got lost in the shuffle and it disappeared. This game is also affectionately what I call the SDAS game, which means shoot dangerous stuff. And, because... What's that, Brian?
Oh, we need some tokens around here, it seems like.
Are my keys right there on top of the machine?
Oh, they're actually in the game.
Okay, then... and My goodness gracious. There's nothing more satisfying than the smack of a coin mech as it... I don't think you need that many, man.
Oh, no, I figure this would go pretty quick.
Yes, there was a request that we actually get some EMs on the show. So here is for you people who I have been cheating out of your EM love. This is Argosy. This is actually not that common of an EM. I don't see it too often.
No, I don't see it too often or hear about it being in tournaments too often.
A lot of people say Argosy is not a game of skill, and I will highly disagree with them. Right off the plunge, the idea is actually to get it through the little gate in the middle, which will open your gate. Heck of a nice little tip save, but it's Argosy, so it didn't really matter.
No, I was rewarded by making a drop target by having the ball scream to the out lane.
I found that if you did almost a complete full plunge, you would actually get it to go through that gate, and when it goes through that gate, or that in lane, I should call it, or rollover lane, it'll open the gate on the left side of the machine, which will allow your ball to be saved, sort of like a kickback.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Nice little save. Oh, I questioned that drop pass there. I think I would have rather have seen you bounce past it over. Just because there's not a lot safe to do on the right flipper on this game.
No, there really isn't.
Now, you can actually try an alley pass on the game from the right flipper, but that's even worse. Because what it'll do is it'll push the gate open, it'll go up above it, hit the switch, close the gate again, and then drop down the alley.
Oh. We'll have to see if that can do that.
There's a question, what's PDQ? I think you're actually asking what's GDQ, which is Games Done Quick. There's a stream going on. Joe Said is putting it on, along with Chris Newsom. They're down in Virginia filming Pinball Done Quick, which is, I guess they're going for goals and speed runs. Which
Yeah, it looks like they were. Somebody was posting on Facebook. I saw some speed runs being attempted on certain games, like how fast can you get to Toward the Mansion on Addams Family.
What an awesome concept!
It is great.
I mean, I guess I've thought of it before, but I never thought of like streaming an event where you actually try to do pinball as quickly as possible. But it makes sense. It's fun. It's sort of like the Gauntlet, and what the Gauntlet is where you set up a variety of goals for a player on a couple different machines, and they try to accomplish those goals as quick as possible.
Wow.
Oh, PDQ is Pinball Done Quick, as
Okay.
opposed to Games Done Quick, GDQ. Pinball Done Quick. I guess that is a good acronym.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
And the question is, can you backhand the spinner with the right flipper? You want to try to give that a try?
I can give it a try if I have the ball on there, but
I'm going to say I doubt it. I don't think they're going to have enough
it would have to
power.
be kind of on the fly, I feel, from the angle of the flipper. Just kind of looking at how that pops up there.
So when I'm playing this game in a tournament situation, my first thought is I want to max my bonus. That's an every ball type of thing. And then once I max my bonus, I want to get a double bonus. And the way to light the double bonus is to get the 4 drop targets down, which will light the double bonus collect on the right hole, which is right down below the spinner on the right-hand side. If you can get that hole, then you're adding another 100,000 points to your total at that point, and that's what I would consider an extremely successful ball on Argosy.
Yeah, max bonus, doubled. It's the way to go.
I mean, at that point, after you finish that off, you can choose to either just try to shoot the spinner over and over repeatedly, which you'll probably be doing anyways just to get to the get to your max bonus anyways.
Yeah, there's a few ways you can advance the bonus up here. Going through the middle advances it, and there are 2 rollovers up here that advance it pretty quickly.
And also there's those that kicker down there, so you can actually get your full bonus the first time you get it up there.
There's like a skill shot.
Nice skill shot. Is that worth extra points?
No. Once you have your bonus maxed out, that lights for 10,000 in the middle there.
Oh, okay.
But that won't light unless the bonus is maxed out to 100. There's a house ball.
The heater went off in the building here, and it just got so quiet. I feel like something went wrong.
Oh, is that what happened there? There's some background noise.
It's very cold here in Pittsburgh tonight. I think it's about 10 degrees right now, and it's going down. I'd say a considerably larger amount than that.
Never had to try to aim for that little hole before. It's
Well, I wouldn't do it unless you were. Oh, wait, unless you were going for the double bonus like you just did. Well, that seems like a good time to aim for the hole. Get in your hole.
Those are very wise words I've heard on past broadcasts.
Yeah, I don't think that backhand's going to be possible.
No, I don't think there's going to be much backhanding on that right flipper to the spinner. Doesn't even feel like the angle's there, really. But there are some games where that would be completely doable. I guess mileage varies on game setup.
Sure. I mean, this is one of my favorite playing EMs in here. The feel is just absolutely awesome. I don't know. I think you could have got that one.
I don't know. I thought it was a little too cute there on that.
Oh, getting cute. Old guys like us don't need to get cute, Brian.
No, but it helps.
Oh, man. Shooting dangerous stuff. There he is. Again.
Going right for the drop targets. You're going to have to shoot him at some point during a good ball anyway, so.
Yeah, there's nothing he could have done about that. That ball was screaming towards the. Well, I don't know if it's screaming, but it was gently moaning towards the out range.
There was definitely making some noise.
And that's the reason you don't shoot dangerous stuff, because those drop target feeds are brutal. Let's give it another roll. I mean,
go again.
It's a beautiful, beautiful evening for some Argosy.
It sure is.
So I'd like to ask the chat a question. I mean, what is your opinion of Argosy? Do you find it to be a good EM game? Do you think it's not a skill game? Do you think it's a game of luck, a game of chance? Do you think this is a good game to see in a Papa Classics Bank? Because if you saw it in a Papa Classics Bank, would you play it?
I think this has been in the Papa Classic Bank the past couple times.
Many times, I'm sure. I mean, in the Papa Classics Banks, I know Mark has said to me multiple times that and so has Doug, they're really concerned about the reliability of any pinball machine they put in there, because it's going to get hammered over the course of a day.
Oh yeah, they're played nonstop from the instant qualifying starts.
Nice on-the-fly shot to the spinner. Look at that thing go.
That feels like a super jackpot.
That's got some super spinner juice on it. Actually, that was pretty much like a super jackpot. You just like hit the super jackpot.
I've heard a couple players mention hitting that lit spinner for, the big rip. Use that term super jackpot before.
I've never actually heard that term used for a spinner before, but I guess that's...
on an EM game, absolutely. It is like a super jackpot.
Gosh, I didn't know that EMs had super jackpots.
Oh, they sure do. It's called a dialed spinner.
Dialed spinner, that's it.
And there's the drop target drain.
There's something really satisfying about one-timer shots. Bowen says in the chat, this game was designed to have that as a one-timer shot. And those no-touch shots of just, redirect right up to that point, they're so satisfying.
I'm getting pretty owned here by this game today, John.
It's Argosy. It owns everybody. It's no Flash Gordon, don't get me wrong, but, it's Argosy.
Well, I feel like I get a hold of Flash every once in a while. I don't know about this one.
Well, I don't know if you get a hold of Flash Gordon. I think it just gets, it just wants to make you bleed. So it gives you a little life, and then, it takes it away. Ah, yes. Let me see. In fast draw and quick draw, the super jackpots are the black 5,000 point targets.
That sounds about right.
I'd 100% agree with that. You tell me, Brian, do you feel like giving it another go?
I think I can give one more go on this game here.
Oh, yeah. One more game of Argosy, everybody. Cheer it up. This is the way. This is the best way. Oh, it looks like Fred Cochran's walking into the building. Thank God Fred's here. He can save us from my bad jokes all night.
Come out with some all new bad jokes.
Am I plugged in?
Yeah. No, apparently you're not. Anyways,
Most importantly, Fred is here to save us from my bad gameplay.
Actually, Brian, your gameplay has been outstandingly good tonight. Fred, Brian just put up 591 million on Tales from the Crypt.
Okay.
That's a lot.
John says that's a good one, Fred, so we're going to go with that.
Actually, it was pretty funny because I tuned into the beginning of the broadcast, and you got a skill shot for 4 million, and John asked you if that was a lot. I guess in the grand scheme of things, it wasn't very much.
No.
I actually did know the answer to that. Sometimes I say stupid things, which I actually know the answer to.
I think I've played that game twice over at Stalls, and that's
Really?
That's about my experience with it.
That one ramp really kills me. The one it's like about the width of the ball.
The right ramp kills everybody. I was saying earlier that it's one of the hardest shots in all of pinball. It's just one of those shots that gets you.
Yeah, I would have embarrassed myself and not even come close to 500 million. I'm pretty sure.
I just heard that from Pinball Done Quick, Chris Newsom pulled off a 7-minute, 25-second vacation jackpot on Whitewater.
Jeez.
Oh my. That I know is a big thing. That is a very, very big thing.
That is amazing.
And that's not surprising, actually, coming from Chris Newsom. I don't know Chris as well in the pinball community as some others, but I know that he's a very good player.
Chris might be able to actually hold a candle to me on some days.
What? Is that pre-chainsaw or post-chainsaw?
Either way, he devastated me in a match down in Virginia about a year and a half ago. So,
yeah, I don't think I've actually ever played against Chris. We played down at the town hall a couple times, but I don't think I played against him.
Chris is a very, very talented player and a heck of a nice guy. So.
He's knocked me out of tournaments before.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's the same sentiment from some other people. Look at that little mini tap pass there. That was beautiful. I don't even think you meant to do it, though.
No, I was trying to bounce it over, actually, there, Fred.
Oh, okay. Well, see, I was right then.
So what's your strategy when you walk up to Argosy, Fred?
I asked Virginia Hendricks how to play it because that's her favorite game. I don't know. Try to get the spinners lit and just crank the spinners, I guess.
Okay.
That's my tournament strategy, I would say. It's kind of boring, but go for that.
Seems a lot safer than the double bonus strategy I'm going for here.
Yeah, I can't even remember how to get the double bonus. Is it the...
You got to hit the drop targets down and then put it in the hole to collect it.
Ah, very good. See, I never shoot for the drop targets.
That's probably very smart, actually.
Yeah, that's why I go for the safe spinner strategy if I was in a tournament setting. But to learn the game...
I shoot for the drop targets after my bonus is maxed on a ball.
Okay.
That's when I will start shooting for the drop targets. Up until that point, I'm going to do everything in my power to get it back to the left flipper and try to just shoot that spinner, just like you're saying.
Very nice nudge there, Brian. Yeah, I like that little the slingshot on the top left. That flat part, that's a unique feature to have. I wish there were modern machines that had something like that a little bit more. But that's just me personally.
I think it's neat. I mean, but unfortunately, people call that the luck box. Because if you get it up there, you can just bounce back and forth and get max bonus.
Luck box.
Luck box.
One of my favorite. That was a nice tap pass, Brian.
Thank you.
That's the best way to get it over. Do not try to alley pass on this machine. That'll get you hurt.
Yeah, and John loves alley passing. Oh, look at that. That tap pass is ridiculous, Brian. It's like you're playing Paragon.
Yeah, I can't tap pass on Paragon, though. Fred,
Yeah, but
you've witnessed this.
This is a Williams. I mean, I thought Williams were much harder to tap pass on.
Yeah, I would think so too. Yeah, because it's kind of unpredictable unless you know where the threshold is. It could just throw the ball wherever.
Well, Brian Tessier knows the threshold.
As witnessed by his multiple tap passes. So what else did you guys play so far? Tales from the Crypt?
Tales from the Crypt. We're going to be moving on to another Data East.
Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses.
You can be stepping down to the table?
Oh, heck no. You don't want to see John the Chainsaw Massacre play.
Actually, I did this past weekend. Thank you very much.
Well, everybody gets lucky every now and then.
Yeah, right. Okay, whatever. You at 1.5 hands is better than most people. That's just me.
Are you familiar with Guns N' Roses, Fred, or you going to want to give that a shot?
Yeah, I know the backhand, the multi-ball strategy.
Well, that's about it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then the Super Pops on the launch, so I know that one as well. You taught me that.
Right. Yeah, and if you do, well, actually, we'll save that for Guns N' Roses, which we are going to be moving over to.
Okay.
So
I can play if you guys don't mind. I don't know how well I'm going to play. I've been pretty rusty lately. I haven't played much.
oh, we want to see some Rusty play. There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, jeez. It'd be like a Soundgarden song. Instead of Rusty Cage, Rusty Play. So, Replay FX, Pinburg portion of it is sold out.
Yes, sir.
Got the waiting list going.
How many names are on the waiting list, Fred?
That would be a question maybe for John, but I'm thinking, a couple?
I have no idea.
What, a couple?
A couple? And then...
I don't look at any of that, information.
Okay. Yeah, I have no idea. The video game portion, I'm going to be involved in a lot of that, so that's going to be pretty exciting. We're going to do some fun, exciting things with the video game portion of it.
Right. We were saying how Pinburg is sold out, but the Replay World Championship is not sold out at this point.
It might be plural.
So, while you guys do a switch, I just muted you, Brian, so we can switch the microphones and headphones and stuff. Guns N' Roses is a 1994 Data East title. It's actually probably the most valuable at the current time Data East out there. And I imagine that has a lot to do with the band rather than it being... I don't think Guns N' Roses is actually that much better than Tales from the Crypt. It's just, it's very popular, and a lot of people might remember the Kiss pinball machine from the 1978. And those pinball machines are very expensive right now and highly sought after. I think Guns N' Roses is actually just sort of fitting into a similar status as that. So
Turn me back on?
Yeah, you all,
Okay.
all suited up there?
Yeah, I think I have the headphone on wrong, but it'll work.
As long as you can hear us, Fred, that's all that really matters.
From the chat, Bowen says the waiting list is approximately 50 persons deep.
50 people.
Wow.
So actually, and I'm going to make a prediction that all 50 of those people will probably get an opportunity to get into Pinburg. And you say, wow, that's a lot. There's 700 people in there, so that's less than 10%. So I think, of course, I'm not promising that because I'm not in that position. But that would be my theory on it.
Are you trying to impress me with math, John?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I think Bowen might be able to one-up you on that one.
Bowen might be able to beat me in math.
Maybe.
And pinball.
And, I think probably, in both, maybe.
I'm better with a chainsaw.
Okay, Fred, on that note,
All right,
let's go ahead and
so-
fire up Guns N' Roses there.
Guns N' Roses. I know a little bit of watching everybody else play this game, so Like I said, the strategy that most people go for during a tournament setting is backhanding the lock shot right here.
Right.
And then at the beginning of the plunge, doing super pops.
See, now, okay, so you could say, why would I want to do super pops on ball 1? You know, the odds of me making 6 shots and getting to a multi-ball are pretty low, right?
Yeah, that's probably true.
But there's a reason for it. So on all these Data East games, Tales from the Crypt, Guns N' Roses, Baywatch, if you select super pops as your launch selection each time, so they all start with an award of $2 million per pop. But if you do it all 3 times, on ball 3, that super pops is going to be worth $3 million per, which actually can be a substantially, 50%. See, I'm doing math again. 50% more points. And most people actually don't get to a multi-ball situation until ball 3 anyways, unless they're actually really having a great game.
This is one of those games that lights it on the 3rd ball, correct? So you're guaranteed
That's right.
to have multi-ball ready going in the ball 3. So
And
I might need it.
well, for that reason, actually, some people actually ignore going for the shots. Well, that's a bad idea.
Oh, that was bad.
Because for every band member you put on stage, you get another ball in your multi-ball. So it becomes a 6-ball multi-ball if you do it all right.
oh, okay.
Do you ever use the scoop shot here and lock in the value, John? Do you ever go for that in any situation?
Absolutely. But I'm going to tell you the truth that if you go for that scoop shot right now, it's not going to work because it just stopped working about 10 minutes before the broadcast.
Oh, okay. So you definitely tested it then. Okay.
Yeah, we had during the practice, during our little warm-ups, just decided not to work anymore, Fred.
Oh, okay.
Mark Steinman helped me set up the cameras and get the program all ready for tonight. I'm still working on learning all the controls.
And I'm working on learning how to backhand the lock shot.
So I was thinking, maybe I'll change the what game it is here, but then I would have had to set everything else up and, well,
I was kind of impressed, actually, when I heard it was just you guys down here, that you had it up and running, because I know the last time we did it, we had a little bit of a delay. But I know that Mark was down here.
I got here at 11:30. So
I did not get here at 11:30.
I was working at 11:30.
As was I.
You weren't having as much fun as me, though, because I was working at 5 below.
yeah, the question is do more band members also raise the jackpot values? And the answer is definitely yes.
Okay.
So each band member you add, it goes up to a maximum value of $50 million for the first 2 jackpots. And after he actually gets a multi-ball, hint.
I'm trying.
We'll
I'm
talk.
trying.
We'll talk about what actually
there's a
happens
bad
in the multi-ball.
Give me a minute. I'll get it. I will get it. Like I said, I told you I was going to play bad.
Yeah, well, I always appreciate when people live up to what they say they're going to do.
Thank you very much, John. I appreciate that. I keep cutting it in and out. So we got multi-ball lit, and there it is.
Nice shot, Fred.
Nice shot. So in this case, his jackpots will start at $40 million. I want to say he has what four band members.
I think that's right. Yeah, he started at 40. It's already up to 43 because of the increases.
And he hit both jackpots right away, which is awesome because you have to hit both those jackpots. Then you actually have to hit the add band member shot to get the Paradise City.
And I didn't get.
Oh my goodness, that was an epic.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you just fine,
I
Fred.
can't hear myself anymore. So that was pretty bad.
That's just the headphone setup we got for that.
That's okay.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. It's perfectly fine. So I'm sorry that I let you down on that ball.
And actually, you didn't let me down. You got to a multi-ball. You did considerably more than...
You expected.
I love you, Fred.
I love you too, Chainsaw. So we going to go for another one here? Or?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so we'll do better this time. I couldn't do any worse, really. So.
Oh, yeah, you could do worse. I've seen it.
So, Brian, we were saying, magnet. Does this game really need a magnet?
No, it really doesn't. The angles on misses are bad enough. I don't think a magnet's really needed. But there it is. It spins around during multi-ball, and I believe there are certain modes that it goes around too. So
It's lots of fun, though. Throws the ball around, have a little bit of fun with it. Give me some pops. One of my favorite things to do is play this over one of our friends here in Pittsburgh who plays the volume rather loud, and John sings.
Well, I think we want to spare the listening audience to my accent.
I think.
I heard Askell Rose is a really nice guy in real life.
I've never heard that at all, Fred.
I was going to say, everything
I
I've
have
heard
heard
is
quite
actually
the
the
opposite.
opposite.
I was being facetious.
I mean, I've watched videos on YouTube and, of him stopping concerts and stuff. So.
Well, he only incited the riot in St. Louis once, so it was only one time where he started the riot, so give the guy a break.
That's what
Well, I
happens
mean,
when you go on stage
everybody's
and-
allowed one riot.
Yeah, one riot per career, folks.
I'm saving mine. I'm saving it for the right point in time.
When is the right time?
Expo 2020, Fred.
Oh, come on. I just shook that thing out. This is terrible.
And the
Terrible.
Expo 2020 riot started by.
Disco Inferno. Okay, see if I can get the ball. I can't. This is just bad. Can't do anything.
Slow it down there, Fred.
I'm trying to.
Yeah, so I apologize to the members of the chat who were hoping for an explanation of all the modes. I can explain some of the modes, but unfortunately we actually can't play them just because the Switch gave out right before the broadcast. So, and I didn't really have time to go in there and fix it up. And my hand isn't entirely dexterous enough.
Isn't that a TV show?
And John really knows better than to let me poke around inside of a pinball machine, so that wasn't happening either.
Dexterous.
Dexterous
TV
is a TV show. It was pretty popular. I heard the finale wasn't all that great, though.
Was there a wrestler called Disco Inferno?
Yes, there
Oh,
was.
absolutely.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that was. You didn't know that?
I guess maybe I did. I'm
might-
not sure.
He might make an appearance on the new WrestleMania game. Who knows?
That'd be staying with the times.
Okay, come on. All right, I'm going to get the multi-ball again, folks, here. Just be patient. We're going to do it the hard way.
Yeah, I want to hear some Paradise City.
All right, we're going to get the jackpots the same way, too. Oh, that's bad.
Oh, come on, Fred.
So on the Papa Guns N' Roses, we actually have big rubbers surrounding that band member shot. Why? Because we like making things harder and less rewarding for the players.
It just forces you to really shoot the backhand. I can't see getting a ball through there on the forehand pretty regularly. So.
And also, I'm playing. Remember that.
I'd say it's easier on the backhand because of the angle, but
I believe the angle is.
nice on the fly shot.
That was risky.
Well, there's nothing that you can't get without a little risk.
Yeah, there's nothing safe about my game. I just shoot live shots all day long. Let's see if I can do it on the forehand. Nope, that was bad. All right.
Yeah, I apologize about the Invisiglass on this. I did not have the wide body Invisiglass available for this one at the moment. So,
I can't tell a difference.
well, we can.
There's a difference, Fred.
Is there?
Yeah, but you can still see the ball and play pretty decently. So.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Got $25 million for that. That's awesome.
Well, it was a good shot to the scoop.
You know what the funny thing about this game is right now? I've got more of this game with no but multi-ball than I did with the last game with a multi-ball. And I'm playing really badly.
That's okay. You got another ball and a multi-ball lit.
So now you can get what you had got, and then you can get more.
That was prophetic.
Nice little save. And Michelle.
You learn to really hate that song if you play this game enough.
But he gets an encore. They want him back on stage.
That's the first and last time I'll ever hear that. I'm sure John gets encores all the time. Bam.
Wow, nice shot. 45 million point jackpot to start it off. He's got to shoot both those ramps. And hopefully he will. I can't imagine anybody shooting him as quick as he did last time, though. That was impressive.
That was very impressive.
All right, we're going to shoot. There's one.
There goes that magnet.
Okay, he's got the right one. And that magnet's grabbing those balls.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah.
And that happened right there.
It totally happened right there.
Oh, look at that. I'm sorry if I yelled.
That's okay.
So another exercise in futility with multi-ball. That was beautiful.
That was better than last game now, Fred.
Point-wise, I think performance-wise, I was building a house. What are we looking at over there, John? We looking at questions or?
Yeah, I was just reading the chat here, taking a look.
Everybody making fun of me playing?
Actually, no,
They're more than usual.
They're talking about the Expo Glare, which is its own particular. Fred, you want to tell us about Expo Glare?
Expo Glare?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been to Expo. I'd love to hear about
It
this.
happens in Chicago. It stays in Chicago.
Oh, that's true. Well, I guess you better fire up one more game at GNR.
One more game?
Yeah, let's give it one more.
Okay.
One more.
No problem. We'll see if I can break $1 billion this game.
Yeah, if you want to know what Expo Glare is, you're going to have to make the trip to Chicago to attend the Chicago Pinball Expo. That happens every October.
Lots of fun.
And Expo Glare is its own type of visual pain.
I think 2015 is the year, John. I think I'll make it there this year.
All right. Sounds good. I'm holding you to that.
Brian, we drive up every year, so you're going with us.
You got it.
I got to say, pinball is a wonderful group activity because you get to make travels with some of your friends, and it's a good chance to get away from daily life responsibilities.
Yeah, but they're still there when you get back. So
I think the nice thing about it this year, John, is we had the broadcast up there and everything, but you and Mark had a lot of time to go and just play in the free play room, and the lineup was fantastic this year.
The lineup of electromechanicals that they brought up to the Pinball Expo this year was absolutely amazing. Also, we got to see the Big Lebowski pin and its big unveiling up there, and it was really impressive. I also got to see Full Throttle, and I mean I'd already seen Spooky Pinball at that point, so I'd seen the America's Most Haunted, but.
Yeah, the Lebowski, the Full Throttle game I thought was a lot of fun. The Lebowski was great.
The Wrath of Olympus, that was neat. How are you supposed to hit a 9-shot combo?
Oh, they were giving, what, $100
One at a
away
time.
for that?
Well, sure. One at a time. Good answer.
I think they were giving $100 for that or something like that for the combo.
I mean, I've gotten 9-weight combos on Attack from Mars, but I can't say they were like all.
that involves some loop passing, doesn't it, John?
Actually, I think it just involved on-the-fly loop shooting.
Oh,
You know.
my God. Okay, we're going to get the pity multi-ball here.
All right, going for pity third ball, multi-ball.
Nothing like little pity multi-ball.
That's okay. It takes pity on me because I'm playing very poorly.
That's because they forced you to listen to Guns N' Roses all this time, so they take pity on you.
Yeah, when we get a
Here it is.
Slayer pinball machine, we'll be good.
So the jackpot's starting at $40 million, and it doesn't really matter what it starts at. He's going to hit both ramps and get a little Paradise City action.
Now, John, I heard somewhere along the way that when this game was released, it included a Guns N' Roses song that really hadn't been released at that point.
I really don't know what you're talking about. Go ahead.
I just remember reading that somewhere, that one of the songs that this game plays was released for the game pretty much.
What song was that? Do you know?
I have no idea. I just something I picked up in an article somewhere along the way.
That was bad again. Jeez Louise.
I mean, I've heard Night Train. I know Paradise City. I know Mr. Brownstone, and I know Michelle. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, but it's something I definitely remember reading.
I'm not sure. Let's see if the chat knows. Does anybody know what the song that was previously unreleased in Guns N' Roses that they were forced to release when the pinball machine came out was? And we look forward to your answer.
Yeah, I have no idea on that one.
Ain't Going Down.
Ain't Going Down is the song.
There we go. That's your that's the answer. And look me up for a free pinball, or not free pinball machine. Yeah, no. I'll make sure I hook you up with a free T-shirt.
Well, the
next
one time
you're,
Mark's not here, John's
you're
giving away
done.
the shop, folks.
No,
Way to go, John.
Joel, look me up for a T-shirt when you are down here at Pop and tell me why. And I appreciate that answer. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for that information. Like I said, I remember reading about it. Just couldn't, for the life of me, remember what that song was.
Was that just a B-side song, or was it ended up being on an album? Anybody?
I have no further information other than there was a song released with the game.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was never a big GNR fan, although I think Appetite for Destruction is probably one of the best rock and roll albums ever.
I grew to appreciate them long after they were irrelevant, so...
I was big on them back in the day. I'll fully admit to it, but I don't know. I mean, it was sort of like it was accessible metal, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
That's a fair assessment.
It's sort of the gateway drug from here to like Pantera.
Gateway drug to Pantera.
Wow.
I don't know if that's a fair comparison or not. But,
I don't think so.
Well, there was no Pantera in Pinball Machine. There's probably a good reason for that.
I saw them. I actually saw those guys live 15 times.
Pantera.
Yeah, they were
live
great.
15 times.
Fantastic.
My
live.
goodness.
Oh, they were fantastic live.
Of all the bands that got pinball machines made out of them, like we were talking earlier, like what are some of the biggest ones that never did? I was actually thinking Queen.
Oh yeah.
Queen, Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd. That's a very good answer.
The wall would be a good thing to set up.
Of course, there's the Rolling Stones pinball machine, and
There are two Rolling Stones pinball machines, John.
Yes, there are.
two Rolling Stones. That's right.
There's a Bally and a Stern.
I mean, there's an Elvis pinball machine.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's right. Gosh, a lot of great pinball machines. I was happy. You were talking about seeing Pantera live 15 times.
God.
A friend of mine saw Rush 165 times live.
Oh my God. That's pretty rough.
Considering how expensive Rush tickets were in the past few times they were in town, yeah.
Well, I'm assuming that's back when tickets weren't, quite an arm and a leg. You just give up one appendage.
One appendage. Nice.
Oh, that was bad. Try to hit the second jackpot, and no, it's not going to happen. Sorry, guys. Oh,
It's okay.
You're only 6 shots away from multi-ball again,
oh,
folks.
it's still lit. I have a ball stuck somewhere.
Oh, use that to your advantage. Don't shake that loose.
Yeah, I need a tech.
Nope, no text here. Sorry.
Shoot that jackpot.
Ah, that was awful. I'll just go for 3 million pop shots here.
I'm going to guess he actually has the ball in the mode
Ooh.
start. Because that hole was the one that stopped registering right before we went on air.
Could be.
You are absolutely correct.
Well, then use it to your advantage because it'll come out on a ball search after the multi-ball's over.
If I can make the shot. There it goes.
That was quick with the ball search, too. Wow.
It knew. So, actually, Fred just pointed out a neat thing on Guns N' Roses. Just like on Tales from the Crypt, you can...
You lock in the lit mode.
Right, so that you can collect it later.
Unfortunately, as John alluded to, you can't do it on this one right now, but...
Right, and I apologize, we don't get to show you all the modes, but we get to show you the cool sounds and some of the cool songs of...
Well, maybe
Guns N'
further down the
Roses.
road, we can feature this game again on a future broadcast, John, and have it working 100% and show off some of the modes of this game.
Ooh, there's a thing saying... There's a couple people talking about an Aerosmith pinball machine. I actually...
That would be a great title.
I'm
a
actually
big
sort of
fan
surprised.
for,
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan, and Aerosmith fans are multi-generational too.
Absolutely. I still think their best stuff was pre-82, so...
Well,
I would concur with that.
Anyways, I think we've reached the end of the line here tonight. So, from Fred Cochran, Brian Tessier, John Replogle, we'd like to wish you a great evening, happy flipping, and I want to remind you to tune into the Pinball Done Quick. That is, let me go see what that's at twitch.tv/Pinball Joe, and that's where you can find some of the pinball being streamed live for speedruns. So we look forward to seeing you at Replay FX. Thank you guys, and have a great night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.